Modi wanted to be the Vishwaguru, but he is isolated. How? Let's discuss. He promised a new global age for India, a Vishwaguru on the world stage. But look closer. That vision is crumbling, and Prime Minister Modi is finding himself dangerously alone on the global chessboard. The United Nations General Assembly, where world leaders engage in high-stakes diplomacy, is underway in one of the most important sessions of our time. Matters like illegal occupations, genocide, long-stretch wars, peace pacts, bilateral and multilateral meetings are taking place over there. You may not have noticed, but this year, while nearly every power player is showing up, one very conspicuous face is missing: Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Now, this wouldn't be all that shocking. Leaders skip the UNGA sometimes, but this is Modi, the man who called India a Vishwaguru, literally teacher of the world. You'd think a guru would show up to class, right? Especially Modi has attended most of the UNGA sessions since 2014. Indian media had earlier reported that Modi was originally scheduled to address the UNGA on 26th of September, with his name included in the provisional speakers list. But in a quiet change, it's now the External Affairs Minister Jaishankar who is instead representing India a full day later on 27 September. The Indian government has not provided a clear explanation. The Ministry of External Affairs simply cited diplomatic considerations. But make no mistake, Modi's absence at this key global platform has sparked speculation, both inside India and abroad. So what happened? Why did Modi, the same guy who once hugged Trump like he was trying to merge their chakras, suddenly decided to sit out on this one where the world is discussing peace in Gaza, recognition of Palestine, Ukraine-Russia conflict, tariffs, and a whole host of other issues? There are several factors analysts believe may have contributed. First, the state of India-US relation appears to be increasingly complex. Tensions have risen over the reciprocal US tariffs on Indian goods, particularly linked to India's continued importation of Russian oil, an issue that contradicts Western sanctions and strategic expectations. Media reports suggest that a trade deal between India and the US failed to materialize despite months of negotiations. Also, Modi would have loved to have an audience with the President Donald Trump during the UNGA, but due to frosty relations, that seemed difficult. Modi's India is isolated. Trump administration is getting cozier with Pakistan, and it seems Modi is unable to digest it. Meanwhile, Indian citizens stuck in the US visa limbo are wondering why H-1B reforms are still being whispered in backrooms rather than shouted on big stages. Domestically, BJP is spinning this as strategic restraint. Why jet off when Jaishankar can handle it? But opposition parties, foreign analysts, and frankly, half of the internet are seeing it differently. A symbolic retreat, a missed opportunity, a PR gap. Especially when your brand is global leadership, silence starts to sound like surrender. Modi has been recorded telling his nation that he would isolate Pakistan. But wait, watch this.
In fact, we have a great leader coming, the Prime Minister of Pakistan coming, and the Field Marshal. Pakistan Field Marshal is a very great guy, and so is the Prime Minister, both.
The visuals the Oval Office put out that show quite the opposite. Sharif-Munir duo has isolated Modi. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has not only attended the UNGA but has done so assertively, holding high-level meetings with world leaders, international institutions, and most notably, spending 90 minutes in a bilateral discussion with Donald Trump. Field Marshal Munir was spotted with Trump in the White House too, and the pictures that have come out of the meeting are simply a spectacle. Trump, his team, and the Pakistani leadership appear to be enjoying their time together. India may say that it is scheduling that has stopped Narendra Modi from attending the UNGA, but clearly there is more to it than meets the eye. Of course, the real question is not whether India is represented. It is. but the absence of its prime minister is telling. When rivals show up and you don't, the silence becomes the story. In diplomacy, you don't just lead by words, you lead by showing up. You can call yourself the Vishwaguru all you want, but Pakistan, the country Indian media loves to dunk on every other evening, is out there stealing the show, smiling for the cameras, shaking hands, and yes, talking to Trump.